Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know, guys. Hello everybody, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. If you guys are able to listen to me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Okay, great. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Okay, so how are you guys? How are you guys? How are you guys? There should be no buffering. I've already checked. There's no issues from my end. So if it is buffering, that means you're facing some internet issues. So please take care of it on your own, guys. Okay, good. Can you guys let me know what have we studied in our previous class? In our previous class, what have we studied, guys? Please let me know. What have we studied in our previous class, guys? Please let me know. I'm also fine, guys. Thank you so much for asking. Guys, let me know what have we studied in our previous class, guys. About HTML, CSS, JavaScript, some basics about it, inventor of JavaScript. What is the difference between Java and JavaScript? Okay. Good introduction. So yes, basically yesterday we started out with the introduction to JavaScript itself, so that you guys are able to understand a bit more about JavaScript. In today's class, we are going to start off with the practical hands-on application in JavaScript itself. Okay, so we'll be starting with our coding from today. Now, when it comes to coding itself, please remember, do not code along with me, as well as for the first few days, for the first 2 to 3 days, whatever we are going to code, you will require a laptop for that. If you don't have a laptop, do not worry about it, guys. Okay, React and everything, the project will be doing in such a way that you can do it from your mobile phones as well. So if you don't have a laptop, you just have to listen to me carefully, understand what I'm saying. Okay, try to take down notes, and that should be more than sufficient. Okay, that should be more than sufficient itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Good. So once that you have understood this, okay, I forgot to fill last day attendance. What can I do? You cannot do anything. Okay. I've given you plenty of times, almost 22 hours to fill up the attendance form. You're still not able to fill it up. There's nothing that can be done for you. Okay. Okay, great. So now that we have talked about it and we have understood everything, let's start with our today's class, guys. Okay. Uh, Registration option is not showing in your events site. No issues in that. We'll make sure that from tomorrow onwards it is showing up on the site as well. I'll just talk to my team to make sure that that is getting started. Okay, so let me open up the a new site for you guys. Once you have opened up a new website, what I want you guys to do is you have to right click anywhere on the website itself. Okay, anywhere on the website you have to do a right click, as you're able to see right over here. And once you've done a right click, I want you guys to select inspect option. I want you guys to select the inspect option from right over here, guys. Okay, once I've done a right click, I want you guys to select the inspect option. It will open up this panel down below, as you're able to see. Okay, you're having a lot of options. Let me just zoom in a bit so that you guys are able to see everything clearly. You're having a lot of options in this panel. Okay, console, elements, sources, network, performance, memory, application, security, lighthouse, recorder, performance insights. So all these different options are being made available to you guys right over here. Are you guys able to see this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to see this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to see this? Please do let me know, guys. We are having console, elements, sources, network, and so on and so forth. I want you guys to select console from out here. I want you guys to select console from out here. Now we will be starting to write all our code inside of this console. Like I said, you guys will be like, so why are we not using this? Why are we not using that? Why are we writing our code in console? I like to take things from the utmost basics. I don't like to rush things. I like to take things from the utmost basics, and slowly and steadily I like to build up concepts. Okay. So due to that reason, whatever I'm doing it according to a plan. Do not question that. Try to understand stuff, what I'm teaching, try to learn from it. That will take you a lot much more faster and much more far further level as well, rather than to question how I'm teaching. Okay, what I'm doing, I'm trying to build up your base, your understanding about the concepts itself. Okay, okay, great. Now like I said, JavaScript was originally built so that you could run code inside of the console, inside of the browser itself. Okay, JavaScript was created so that you could run code inside of the browser itself. Now that is the reason why we are using this console right over here. I will be making you understand why we are doing this at a later point of time, not right now. We will be shifting to some other things slowly and steadily, and when we'll be shifting to that, I will be making you guys understand why we were using console and why not a proper full-fledged like some IDE like VS Code or Atom or something like that. Okay, so let's try to understand this. Now the first thing, whenever any programming language that you guys are learning, anything new that you guys are starting, it's give me a second, guys. आशीष वेबसाइट पे अपने डेवटाउन के इवेंट्स नहीं शो कर रहे हैं। अभी तो बूट कैम्प में हो, एक बार तू बात करके अच्छा कर तो रहे हैं। ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है। नहीं नहीं हो गया देख रहे हैं पता नहीं बच्चे बोल रहे थे नहीं दिख रहे। हाँ हाँ बाय। So as you're able to see, the events are showing up right over here. I don't know who said that. You're able to see you can register for the upcoming event directly from here itself. This is going to start from 29th or 30th, and it has 1000 people who have registered for it. So yeah, according to the same, you can register for the same as well. Not be wasting any more time. So whenever, as an Indian, okay, I'm an Indian, in India there is a tradition whenever we start a new thing, okay, to make that thing auspicious for us, we eat curd and sugar before doing that. Okay, that is something that you guys must be aware of. If you guys are not aware of, I'm just letting you guys know about it, that in India that is considered to be auspicious to eat curd and sugar before starting off anything that we feel is new for us. Okay, so in a similar way for programmers as well, whenever we start learning a new language or we start like a new thing, a new programming language itself, in that particular case we try to first print, okay, hello world in that particular language. The first thing that we do is we try to print hello world in that particular language. Okay, so okay, so do not disturb the class with unnecessary questions, Vishal. Okay. Like I said, I don't speak in English, Hindi during the class because of two facts. First, many of the students coming to this bootcamp are from outside India and from South India. They don't understand Hindi properly. And the second thing is we are here to prepare you for your interviews. Okay. In interviews, you are not at all expected to speak in Hindi at all. So if your English is weak, I will suggest you guys to listen to me carefully, how I'm speaking, how I'm confident in my English speaking skills. Although my English is very shitty. Okay, if you talk about, if you are listening to my English, how I am speaking, you will easily be able to understand that my English speaking skills, the vocabulary that I'm using, is not that great. Okay, but still I'm able to convey my ideas, my ideologies, whatever is going in my head to you guys using English as a medium. That's the kind of control you need to have on English. So please try to like take this as an opportunity itself to improve your English speaking skills. If you are able to learn something from me, that's great. Please do not take up any bad habits that I have developed while speaking English. Okay. Okay. So we will be printing "Hello World" on our screen as well. This bootcamp is not showing up in events tab of the website. Yogesh Tiwari, if an event has already started, why will it be showing up on the website? Do you have common sense, or that is something that is missing right now? Okay, please try to use some. I know that you guys have some brain. Everybody has been provided with the same amount of brain itself. Try to use that. Okay, do not let it stay and rust in your heads. Try to use a bit of your IQ on such questions. Okay, I feel if somebody is asking such type of questions, I feel that he's an idiot or something like that. Not be idiots. Okay, why to showcase your idiocity to the rest of the world? Try to use a bit of your IQ that you have in your brain. If an event has already started, why would it be showing registrations for that event? Okay, and I think so. Please don't disturb the class anymore. If you have such idiotic questions, go to the Discord channel. On Discord channel, you can put these questions right over there. Somebody will be able to help you guys out in the class. Focus on the class itself. Okay. Okay, so let's start by printing hello world in using JavaScript. We'll be doing that by using a function called as alert. Now, what is a function? We will be like creating our own function and everything. But in short, if I am saying something like, okay, go and get me a glass of water. Okay, or I'm saying that I'm thirsty. So what would you do? You will go get me a glass of water. That as simple as that. I don't have to tell you that, okay, get up from your place, walk 10 feet or to the left, or take a right, walk 10 feet more, take a left. There will be a button in front of you, press that button, take up a glass, put it inside that stream of water, close the button once the glass is filled up, come back through this particular route, and then give me the glass of water. I don't want to tell you all these steps. I just tell you that, okay, get me a glass of water, and you go and get me a glass of water. As simple as that. The same thing happens in every single programming languages as well. Somebody has written a lot of code for something to happen, and he has named that particular code as something. So for example, if I want to show a notification to you guys, I want to show a notification to you guys using JavaScript. Somebody has written all the code to create a notification. You can call that code, you can use that code, and has named it as alert. Okay, to create a notification itself, somebody has written all that code and has named it as alert. Okay, it has named it as alert itself. You can get access to that particular code and use it by using that name alert. So here we are going to create a notification, okay, that shows hello world on your screen by using the function called as alert, the inbuilt function in JavaScript called as alert. So right over here, we'll be learning about alert in a lot more depth. Right now, because I'm using it, I'm trying to make you guys understand a little bit more about it. You don't have to worry if you're not able to understand it right now. Do not take any tension. We are going to learn a lot more about it in the next few classes. Okay, so okay, now that is done, just write alert right over here, and then inside of parenthesis, hello world, and a semicolon at the end. Okay, so you are having alert hello world, alert, and then in parenthesis the text that you want to showcase inside of that particular alert, and then you are having a semicolon at the end. As the name suggests, what do you understand by the term alert in normal English? What do you understand by the term alert in normal English? I am not expecting you guys to know anything about programming. What do you mean by alert in normal English, guys? Please do let me know, guys. Caution, warning, beware, notification, okay, to notify. So most of the stuff that you are able to, an alert is coming up on my screen. So that means a pop-up is coming up on my screen, a notification is coming up on my screen itself. So right over here, when I'm running this particular line of code, okay, to run this particular line of code, it's pretty simple. You just have to press enter, nothing else, just press enter, and it will run that particular line of code for you. And as you're able to see, you're getting hello world coming up inside of a pop-up. So you're having Chrome new tab page says hello world and an OK button right over here. So that creates an alert. So this is called as an alert that contains the text hello world inside of it. That contains the text hello world inside of it. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. So today's class will be of 90 minutes long, guys. Okay. Before continuing any further, I will be taking up a starting attendance for you guys right now. Okay. So you have 10 minutes. I'm giving you the attendance link for today. You have 10 minutes to fill out the attendance. Most of you have already filled up the attendance, so I don't need to tell you guys how to fill up an attendance. As you're able to see, there's no question in this particular like as I will be removing the question from here. So there is no question in this particular attendance. This is the first attendance for today. Okay, this is the first attendance for today that I'm going to take. You have 10 minutes to fill this attendance up. Only 10 minutes. After that, I'll be closing the attendance up. Okay, you have 10 minutes to fill this attendance. Okay, not a second more than that. Let me just download day 2A. Okay, there will be 2 to 3 attendance that will be there today. Okay, there will be multiple attendances that I will be taking up in the class. This is the QR code. As you're able to see, this is a YouTube video. You can pause the video, scroll it back, watch it again, whatever you want to do to take up the screenshot for the QR code itself. I'll be removing the QR code in the next 10 seconds. You have up till 7:59 to fill up the attendance form. You have up till 7:59 to fill up the attendance form. Okay, you have up till 7:59 to fill up the attendance form, guys. After that, I will be closing the attendance form up. Let me just open the QR code. Let me just. You have 10 minutes to fill it up, guys. More than sufficient time to fill the attendance. 4 people have already filled it up. That means everything is working properly. There's no issues, and you will be easily able to fill it up within the time frame. So get started with doing that at exactly 59, 7:59. We will be starting again with the class. Okay, exactly at 7:59. We'll be starting again with the class, guys. Up till then, I'm just hiding myself and I will be on mute. Okay, so please start filling up the Google form as soon as possible. You have up till 7:59 to do that. Hey guys, I'm back again, and attendance has been filled up by 1,576 students that are going to be there. So, again, there will be one more attendance or two more attendance that I might be taking up in the middle of the class as well as the end of the class. So, yeah, according to that, we are going to start with the class moving further. So can we start with the class, guys? Please do let me know. Can we start with the class, guys? Please do let me know. Can we start? Hello, 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 hello. Can we start with the class, guys? Please do let me know. Great, awesome. So let's get started right now. Okay, so as you're able to see, while we were running the alert right over here, okay, the alert function, while we were running it up right over here, we're getting something on our screen called as undefined. We are getting something on our screen right over here called as undefined. So you don't have to worry about it, guys. We will be looking at it once we are learning about functions, okay, in 1 or 2 days. So please be patient up till then. Okay, please be patient up till then, and you will be able to understand that as well. Okay, great. So let's continue from right over here, guys. Once that we have learned about alert, okay, once that we have learned about alert itself, the next thing that we need to focus upon, okay, next thing that we need to focus upon is understanding about variables in JavaScript, okay. So let's try to understand that. It is pretty simple, guys. You don't have to worry about it. Variables are a very easy topic that are there, and it will be very easy for you guys to understand it as well. So let me open up Paint. First, I will be making you guys understand the concept of variables, why is it required, and then we'll be looking at how to create variables in JavaScript as well. So let me open up your Paint, 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 this place. Okay, so understanding variables as a concept is pretty simple. Try to listen to me properly, and you will be able to understand it easily, guys. Okay, so let's try to start it right over here. For example, I have told something about myself. Okay, I've told you guys that okay, my name is Sharasana. I like Chinese food. I love animals. I have a golden retriever and two Persian cats. And like that is all that I've told you guys about me. Now whenever you're talking to somebody, okay, whenever you're talking to somebody, you would not be referring to me by my entire name. Okay, you would not be referring to me by Shaurya Rakesh Sinha. You'll be calling me Shaurya. If you are a friend of mine, you'll be calling me by my nickname itself. Let's assume, let us take up a particular person, Nawaz. Okay, Nawaz is right over here. Nawaz is a particular person right over here. His full name may be Nawazuddin Siddiqui. Okay, his full name will be Nawazuddin Siddiqui. But because we are friends with him, we might be calling him as maybe Chashmish. Okay, like or double battery, single power. We might be calling him by our nickname, by his nickname, because we are friends with him. So I'm using these nicknames because I myself have spectacles. Again, I can use this nickname right now. Okay, so the point is I won't be calling him again and again by his entire complete nickname, entire complete name, because that does not make any sense. Okay, because that does not make any sense. I'll always be calling him by his nickname that I provided to him. Okay, whenever I'm speaking it to you guys in a conversation, I'll be saying that okay, I and Nawaz or I and double battery have the same type of cats. Now, which cats am I talking about? I've already told you guys that I have two Persian cats. So Nawaz as well has two Persian cats. That is what I'm trying to say without even telling you that okay, he also has two Persian cats. I just said that he also has the same animals that I have. Okay, so that is the kind of stuff, okay, where instead of using the same thing again and again, instead of using the same name again and again, I'm using a nickname right over there, and I'm telling you guys with respect to that nickname itself. Okay, so for example, in your monthly rent is there. Okay, let's assume your rent is 1700 rupees. That is your rent right now. 1700 rupees is your rent. So instead of writing 1700 rupees again and again and again, okay, instead of writing 1700 rupees again and again and again, we will be giving it a nickname. This value 1700 will be giving it a nickname. Okay. So that nickname is called as rent right now. That nickname is called as rent right now. Now, if I'm telling you guys that, okay, I'm increasing your rent by 10%. Okay, I'm telling you guys that I'm increasing your rent by 10%. So now the new rent that is there, okay, now the value that it is containing, rent is containing would be rent is equals to 1870, because I've increased the rent to by 10%. Now the new rent that will be there would be 1870. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please let me know, guys. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. Great. So in the same way, so now how to create a variable in JavaScript? Okay, how to create a variable in JavaScript. So the code, the syntax. Now, what do you mean by the term syntax? Just like in English, when you're speaking in English, when you're writing in English, when you're reading in English as well, there's some grammatical rules that you need to follow. If you're not following those grammatical rules, your English is said to be poor. Okay, your English is said to be poor. In a similar way itself, there are some grammatical rules that you need to follow while programming as well. And if you're not following those rules, you are not going, your code will not even work. Okay, your code will not even work. That grammar, that rule of grammar for programming is called as syntax. That rules are called as syntax. So the syntax for creating a variable in JavaScript is very simple. You just have to write var, var, that is you are creating a variable. The name of the variable here, the name of the variable is rent. Okay, so rent, that is the name of the variable, is equals to 1700. Okay, is equals to 1700 and then semicolon at the end. Okay, and semicolon at the end itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Great. So this is how you are able to create a variable in JavaScript. Now what you have created right over here, you can think about it as a box. Okay, you can think about it as a box itself. This box has a name of rent. Okay, this box has a name of rent and a value of 1700 stored inside of it. A value of 1700 stored inside of it. You can think about the variable that I have created in such a way. Okay, now when you're naming a variable, there are some rules and conventions that you need to follow. If you're not following these rules to name a variable, again your code will not work properly. You will get errors in your code. So let's try to understand. Okay, let's try to understand these like I said, these rules that are there. Let me just open up the PDF. So this is the PDF right over here. So these are some of the naming conventions that you need to follow while creating, okay, or naming a particular variable itself. Now I'm dividing the variable into two separate parts. For example, you are having rent right over here, R-E-N-T. So I'm dividing it into two separate parts. The first part is the first letter of the variable name. Okay, just the first letter of the variable name, and then the rest of the variable name itself. Okay, the first letter of the variable name and then the rest of the variable name itself. I'm creating these two parts of the variable name, and according to that we are going to create, okay, according to that we are going to create our we are going to learn about the rules that are associated with naming a variable. Okay, So right away, the first rule that we are able to see is the first character must be a letter or an underscore. You cannot use a number as the first character. Okay, the first letter that I said should be a letter, that is small a to small z, capital A to capital Z, and underscore. Okay, and underscore we cannot use nothing else and nothing else. This is the first letter of a variable name. Okay, this is the first letter of a variable name, and except that we cannot use numbers 0 to 9. Okay, we cannot use numbers, we cannot use any kind of special characters like hyphen, at a rate, hash, and percent. All these type of special characters we cannot use. We cannot have space as a like a first letter of a variable name itself. All these different stuff we cannot have it right over here. Okay, the first character cannot be this. Are you guys able to understand the first rule of naming a variable name, guys? Are you guys able to understand the first rule of naming a variable names? Please do let me know. Any kind of special character, you cannot have it as a first letter of a variable name. Okay, you can only have small a to small z, capital A to capital Z, and an underscore as the first letter of a variable name. The rest of the variable name, okay, the rest of the variable name, that is the second part. Okay, without the first letter, the rest of the variable name can be any number, that is 0 to 9, can be any letter, that is small a to small z, can be capital A to capital Z, or an underscore. You cannot have a special character or spaces or punctuation marks anywhere inside the variable name. Okay, you cannot have special characters, punctuation marks, or symbols anywhere inside the entire variable name. Yes, you can have numbers, but they cannot be the first letter of a variable name. Variables can contain numbers, but not as the first character. Okay, as with the rest of the JavaScript, variable names are also case sensitive. So if I'm having small str, I'm having capital S, small t, small r, I'm having capital S, capital T, small r, I'm having capital S, small t, capital R, I'm having str, all these will be considered as different variable names. Okay, all this will be considered as different variable names. Okay, different variable names, because JavaScript is a case sensitive language. JavaScript is a case sensitive language. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. You cannot use one of the JavaScript reserved words as a variable name. For example, you cannot use alert, alert, as a variable name. You cannot use alert as a variable name because it already has some special meaning inside of Python. You already have some special meaning inside of Python itself. Now what we are going to do is, up till now we have learned about alert. Okay, up till now we have learned about alert, how to show something to the user, the person who is using your website, how to show something to that user itself. Now, what about taking input from the user? What about taking input from the user itself? See guys, I'm going very slow. Okay, I don't like to go so slow, but I'm going very slow. So I will not be repeating anything because I'm going slow so that you guys are able to understand each and everything that I'm trying to teach to you guys. We want to make sure that the weakest of the student is also going along with us. That is the reason why I'm going so slow. All these topics are very easy for me. I just want to skip it and get to the best part. This is React. But I'm still teaching you guys all these different stuff. Okay. So for example, Hard Gramir is asking, what do you mean by case sensitive? So I even gave an example out there to make you guys understand what is case sensitive. But still he's asking that. So these type of ask questions, try to apply a little bit of your brain as well. Okay. Do not ask silly questions. Okay. Great. So I will not go any faster because I want to make sure that everybody is able to understand what I'm teaching. Okay. And I will not be explaining anything again. Okay. Great. So let's start right over here, guys. So we have taken in how to show something to the user using alert. Now how to take input from the user. For that, we are having another inbuilt function inside of Python called as the prompt function. The prompt function is used to take in input from the user itself. So let us take a prompt right over here, and we'll be putting up what is your name. Okay, so it will create an alert for you guys. It will create an alert for you guys saying what is your name. But then this alert, there'll be a text field as well where you can enter your name, when the user will be able to enter his name as well. So prompt, what is your name? This is the code that we have written right over here. As soon as I'm pressing enter, you are able to see that we are getting an alert. But it's a little bit different as well. This is a little bit different as well. You're getting what is your name written inside of the alert, but you are having a text field as well. You're having a text field as well. So if I'm writing Shaurya, S-H-A-U-R-Y-A, Shaurya right over here, I'm writing S-H-A-U-R-Y-A, Shaurya right over here, and I'm pressing OK. Okay, I'm writing Shaurya right over here and I'm pressing OK. So you are able to see that we are getting Shaurya printed out inside of our console. We are getting Shaurya sent out back to us. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Lucky, I know it is JavaScript. I'm teaching you JavaScript itself. The PDF that I'm using is also for JavaScript itself. JavaScript, as you're able to see, JavaScript, as you're able to see. Okay, so this is JavaScript only. I am aware of these facts. Okay, it's not, I'm not like a dumb person. If I was dumb, I wouldn't have been in Google. I would have been in some shitty company, or even I would have been unplaced. I've been able to come out to Google because I use my brain all the time. It's not as if I'm shutting down my brain when I'm teaching. Okay, so you're getting Shaurya, whatever the input that the user gave, you are able to get it right over here. Okay, in a similar way, itself. Now the problem is, although I'm able to get that input from the user, I'm not able to use it. At any point of time. I used prompt, what is your name? The user said PIU. I'm able to get that input from the user, but I'm not able to use it right over here. Okay, I'm not able to use it right over here itself. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to save whatever input that the user is giving. Okay, whatever input that the user is giving, I'm going to save it inside a variable itself. I'm going to create a box and I'm going to save it inside the variable itself. So right over here, I'm going to create a var and I'm going to call it as name is equals to prompt, what is your name? Okay, is equals to PROMPT, what is your name? Okay, so as you are able to see right over here, I've created a prompt. Okay, I've created a prompt right over here. It will create a prompt for me. It will create an alert for me. The user will enter his name, whatever the name is, and that name, whatever name the user has entered right over there, that will get saved inside my variable itself. That will get saved inside my variable itself. That is called as name. Okay, that is called as name. So as soon as I'm pressing enter right over here, I'm able to get my prompt on my screen. I'm entering my name right over there. So Shaurya, I'm entering my name right over there. I'm going to press enter right over there. And as you're able to see it, I'm not able to get it on my screen. Whatever the user has entered, I'm not able to get it on my screen because that thing has now been sent inside the variable. The box, whatever I was getting on my screen, that has now been saved inside that box called as name. The variable that I created called as name, that input has been saved inside of that. So now if I am creating alert, okay, I'm doing an alert and then name. Okay, I'm trying to show like what does this particular variable contain. Okay, what does this particular variable contain called as name? If I'm doing that, okay, alert name, and I'm pressing enter right over here, as you're able to see, I'm getting an alert that contains Shaurya inside of it. Because now if whenever I'm using the nickname, that is the variable name itself, it will be showing the value that it contains. That is Shaurya. It will be showing the value that it contains, that is Shaurya right over there. So now name as a variable contains Shaurya. Are you guys able to understand this? If you're not able to understand it, just read through it. Prompt, what is your name? We are getting input from the user. It is coming on our screen. We want to save it. We want to use it again. So we are saving that inside of a variable called as name. Now we are able to use the variable name at any point of time. Okay. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Guys, Please do let me know, guys. Good. Now in a similar way, now whenever we are using the term alert, okay, we are using alert, we are getting a notification, but every time we don't want to show it to the user itself. If you don't want to show a notification to the user itself, sometimes we want it to be only to be seen by us as developers. We are developers and the person using our website is a user. Sometimes we don't want to show notifications to the user itself. We just want some information for our purpose that only developers can see, not normal users. For that, instead of putting up an alert, putting up a notification to see things, we can print stuff out directly inside the console as well. This console is usually hidden. You have to do a right click, then go to inspect, then go to console to get access to this console itself. Normal users don't do that. Normal users directly use the website itself. Instead of showing something on the notification, sometimes we want to show things inside of the console. We want to print inside of the console itself. For that purpose, there is another code that you can use, that is console as the place where we want to print .log. What do you understand by the term log, guys? Can you guys let me know? What do you understand by the term log in normal English? Can you guys let me know? What do you guys understand by the term log, L-O-G, in normal English, guys? In normal English. I'm not talking about anything related to programming. What do you understand by the term log in normal English? Can you guys let me know? Log of word, to enter something, to note something down. Okay, so I want to log some info. I'm logging your input and output. I'm logging in your time, okay, at which you came into the office, you're going out of the office itself. So all these different stuff is called as logging something in, to enter something, to record something. Okay, similar to that, right now you want to enter, you want to record, or you want to write something down inside the console itself. Okay, you want to write something down inside of the console itself, and for that particular purpose you are going to use console.log. Okay, you are going to use console.log right over here, and inside of parenthesis, whatever you want to log to these like console. For example, I want to log name right over here, the name, and that's it. Okay, I want to write, I want to record, I want to put console in that I want to put name. Okay, that is the variable, whatever name contains inside of my console. Let's say I want to do it right over here. So as soon as I'm pressing enter, you will be able to see that we are getting Shaurya printed inside of the console. Okay, we are getting Shaurya printed inside of the console itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand console? Please do let me know, guys. Okay, so can you guys let me know what have we studied in our today's class? Can you guys let me know what have we studied in our today's class, guys? Please let me know. See, whenever you have any doubts, I don't understand one thing. Why do you guys write please repeat? What do I need to repeat? Okay, I cannot repeat the entire class for you. Right? Exactly what you're not able to understand. Okay, exactly what you're not able to understand, right? That, so that I'm able to look at it, I'm easily able to figure out that okay, this is the doubt, and I can understand that okay, do I need to answer it or not? Is this a doubt that should be solved by your IQ itself, or does it really requires my help? So like I said, never write not clear or repeat or anything. I'm not able to understand all these kind of stuff. It is not there in my vocabulary itself. Whatever your question is, whatever you are not able to understand, put it down exactly in the live chat. But writing repeat, I'm just ignoring you. Okay, if you really want to get your question solved, okay, then in that case you have to write the exact question, exact thing that you're not able to understand. Okay, good. Okay, so now that you have understood all these different stuff, any questions or any queries up till now, please let me know. So we have learned about alert, we have learned about prompt, we have learned about log, console log. Please specify it much more properly. Okay, we have learned about variables and alert again. Okay, great. Okay, okay, good. Good, amazing guys. Now there's a problem in using console. There's a very big problem in using console. I think so you guys must have noticed. Right now, every time we are writing any code, as soon as we are pressing enter, okay, as soon as we are pressing enter, any type of code that we are writing, as soon as we are pressing enter, it runs that line of code. It runs that line of code. I'm not able to write multiple lines of code inside the console right now. I'm not able to write multiple lines of code inside the console as of this particular point of time. I'm not able to do that. Now that is causing a lot of different problems. That is causing a lot of different problems from my end. So I need to identify that. I need to make sure that these problems are not happening anymore. So for that particular reason, yes, you can write multiple lines of code inside of console as well. But instead of pressing enter, okay, instead of pressing enter right over here, we want to go to the next line to write a little bit more code. Instead of running this particular line of code, you want to write a little bit more amount of code itself. In that particular case, press shift enter. Okay, press shift enter, not just enter. When you're pressing enter, that will run this particular line of code. You want to write a little bit more lines of code itself. To go to the next line, you have to press shift enter. As you are able to see, as soon as I press shift enter right over here, I'm able to get to the next line of code itself. I'm able to continue writing my code. I can write whatever I want right over here. Okay, I can write whatever I can write right over here. Okay. Sir, I have a doubt. We have two names feed up, right? Shaurya and PU. Only Shaurya is coming out as output. Why not PU? How is it stored like queue or stack? No, Bharati, you are just using a lot of brain right over there. It's pretty simple. I just created var name is equals to prompt what is my name, and I entered just Shaurya out there. Before doing that, I was just running prompt. Okay, we were not saving it inside the variable itself. When I was entering Shaurya and PU, we had not saved it inside a variable. That is the reason why it's not getting saved inside a variable. Right now, we saved it inside a variable called as name. Okay. So console.log name, as you are able to see, we are able to see it right over here. And then I can write alert and write alert. What is your name? Okay, alert name itself right over here. So as you're able to see, I'm writing two lines of code. Okay, I'm writing two lines of code. Okay, that you got is console. Console is the place where we are writing our code, guys. Open up your eyes. Okay, open up your eyes, open up your brains. When you are learning programming, it's not as if you need to be intelligent to learn programming. You just need to have your eyes and ears opened up when I'm speaking something, when I'm showing something. As you're able to see on the screen itself, you are able to see console that we have selected right over here. That is the place that we are writing our code. In the start of the class itself, I told you guys about it. You were not there in the start of the class itself. You were gone from the class. Hence, you don't know what console is. Come to the class on time. You will be able to understand everything. Okay. So as you're able to see right over here, by pressing shift enter, we went to the next line. Okay. And we wrote alert name right over here as well. And as soon as I'm pressing enter, okay, I don't want to write any more lines of code. As soon as I'm pressing enter right over here, we are getting Shaurya printed out in the console because console.log. Logging is an English word. It is not a programming word. Logging means to record, to write something down. So we are writing something down in the console. That is the value that is there inside of name. You are able to get it right over here. And you are getting the next line, that is alert name, also runs simultaneously. And you're getting Shaurya printed out as a notification on your screen as well. So you can press OK, and both the lines of code you are able to run it. Now there is another problem. Yes, I can write multiple. I can write as many by pressing shift enter. I can write as many lines of code as I want. And press I can write as many lines of code as I want. But the problem with that is that, for example, I want to write 10,000 lines of code. I've written 500 lines of code. By mistake, instead of pressing shift enter, I pressed enter. By mistake. Okay, it was my mistake. So pressing shift enter, I pressed enter itself. And due to that particular reason, all the 500 lines of code got executed. Now I have to write them again. Okay, I have to write it again itself. Okay, and that what is the difference between console and prompt? The exact same difference between a box of chocolate and one chocolate. Console is a factory. Okay, a chocolate factory and a box and a chocolate itself. The same difference. Console is the place where I am writing the code. This area where I'm writing all this code, this is referred to as console. Prompt is an inbuilt function that I'm using. Okay, there's a lot of difference right over there. Okay, try to open up your brain, guys. Okay, these type of questions, I don't appreciate it. Okay, so I think as if you guys are very good. Okay, you guys are having a good brain. Whatever I'm speaking, you should be able to understand everything from what I'm speaking itself. Okay, so please try to focus upon what I'm saying. Okay, so like I said, now if I'm running 10,000, I want to write 10,000 lines of code. I have just written 500 lines of code itself. By mistake, instead of pressing shift enter, I pressed enter, all my lines of code got executed. This type of problems I will be facing inside of the console. This type of problems I will be facing inside of my console itself. To overcome these problems, what we are going to do is, we are, instead of using console any further, we are going to go into sources. Okay, you are having console element sources, so we are going to go into sources from right over here. Inside of sources, you are able to see this show navigator button on the top left side. Okay, show navigator button on the top left side itself. Are you guys able to see this? The show navigator button on the top left side. Are you guys able to see this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to see this? Please do let me know. Top left side, you are able to see this show navigator button. Okay, click on that particular button. Okay, you will be able to see pages, file system, and a lot more options right over here. I want you guys to click on this particular two arrows. Okay, I want you guys to click on these two arrows right over here. Okay, these two arrows. Select snippets from out there. Okay, select snippets of page, file system, overrides, content scripts, and snippets. I want you guys to select snippets. I want you guys to create new snippet. I will delete all these snippets for right now. So delete. I want you guys to click on this particular new snippet button. Okay, I want you guys to click this particular new snippet button itself and name it as anything that you want. Shaurya.js. Okay, SHAU or YA. Okay, Shaurya.js. Please remember, whatever the name that you're giving to the file, you should have a .js extension at the end. Okay, you should be able to have a .js extension at the end right over here. Just like you're having a .ppt, .pdf, so similar to that is a JavaScript file. Now inside of this particular JavaScript file, whatever lines of code that you want to write, you can write 10,000 lines of code normally, just like you write a particular text inside of a Word document, just like you write a particular text, like paragraph inside of a Word document itself. Similar to that, you can write all the code that you want inside of this particular JavaScript file. For example, I want to write, let's say, var name is equals to prompt prompt. What is your name? Put it up in this semicolon at the end. Alert alert name. Done. So as you're able to see, I just have to write, like if I want to go to the next line, just like in a Word doc, I just have to press enter right over there. I will be able to go to the next line itself. Okay, and that's it. I want to save it. I just have to press Control S to save it right over there. And to run this particular file, okay, here you don't run lines of code. Okay, here you don't run individual lines of code. What you do is you run this particular file called as Shaurya.js. You run this particular file called as Shaurya.js. So to run that particular file, you just have to click on this particular Control plus Enter. Okay, you have to click on this particular button called as Control plus Enter right over here. So you just click on it. Either you can press Control Enter, or you can click on this particular play button on the downside itself. What is your name? So I'm putting up as PIU. Okay, I'm putting up my name as PIU. I'm pressing OK, and I'm able to get an alert saying PIU on my screen. I'm able to get an alert saying PIU on my screen itself. As simple as that. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. That is the benefit of using snippets. Okay, these are called as snippets. If you guys want to figure out how to open up snippets, I've already told you guys in the past 5 minutes. You can just revise it out again whenever you are going to use it. And why we are not using VS Code, I will be letting you guys know once we have reached React. Okay, because at that point of time, we will be requiring it. So once we have reached React, once we have finished off with JavaScript, only then I will be letting you guys know, because like I said, I like to take things from the basics, build up the foundation, build up your strong concepts itself. Only then I tell you guys things. Otherwise, it's of no use. You won't be able to understand the core essence of it. Okay. Are you guys able to understand everything that I've told you guys up till now? Please do let me know. Great. So I don't want to overburden you with information on the very first day. Tomorrow we are going to learn about functions in JavaScript. Okay. Tomorrow we are going to learn about functions in JavaScript. I'm going to show you guys the attendance right now. The attendance will open up for 10 minutes at exactly 8:50. Okay, at 8:50 right now, whatever alarm you want to put up your alarm. I don't want to hear, sir, main bhul gaya, I forgot about it, there were network issues, there was this, that, I was shitting, I was eating. I don't want to hear about anything like that. Okay, I'm telling you guys the exact time, I'm giving you guys the exact everything. So if you are not able to do it at every point of time, I cannot help you guys out. Okay, the attendance link, I'm going to give it to you guys for this particular class, the second attendance link for today. It will open up at 8:50 exactly. Okay, it will open up at 8:50. Put up an alarm. Okay, I will put up an alarm right now. Okay, 8:50, 8:51, it will open up. Okay, it will remain open for just 10 minutes. Set an alarm for 8:49. So I've already put up my alarm so that I'm able to make it live at 8:50. Up till 8:50, this attendance won't be working. Okay, you're scanning the QR code. Don't tell me, sir, the QR code is not working. This is happening, that is happening. The QR code will start working at 8:50 only, not before that. Because even if you are scanning the QR code, it will open up that the attendance form is closed right now. It will open up at 8:40, 8:50 only. Okay. Right now, I'm writing the question for today's attendance. So I'm hiding my display. So I will be there right over here. And I will be creating the question right now. Give me a second, guys. Okay, let's think about a good question. Okay, and let me think about a good question for you guys. Okay, so I've created the question for you guys as well. I will open up the responses, check the settings, responses, collect email address, send responders a copy of their responses as well. So that has already been done. Send link, shorten, copy. And I'll create the QR code right over here, QR code generator. So it will open up exactly at 8:50, guys. It will remain open for exactly 10 minutes. That is at 9 o'clock, the form will be closed. Okay. At 9 o'clock exactly, the form will be closed. There will be no opening, whatever. You want to put up an alarm clock, put up an alarm clock for 8:50 right now. Don't tell me at a later point of time that it was not working. I'm having this issue, that issue. I'm telling you the exact time. I'm telling you guys it will be open just for 10 minutes. Not more than that. Just for 10 minutes. I'll put up the alarm right now itself. Set an alarm for 9 o'clock. Set an alarm for 9. 05. So I put up my alarms as well so that I'm able to switch on the attendance. I'm able to close the attendance as well. The attendance will open up exactly at 8:50. Okay, it will open up exactly at 8:50, and it will close at 9 itself. Will close at exactly 9 itself. Are you guys able to understand? Please do let me know. So this is the QR code as you are able to see on the screen itself. Okay, so the QR code is on the screen. I will be there on the screen for the next 3 seconds. 1, 2, and 3. Like I said, it's a YouTube video. You can pause the video, scroll it back, watch it again, whatever you want to do. Okay, so the QR code has been shared with you guys. You will have 10 minutes from 9:50 to 8:50 to 9 o'clock to fill the QR forms up. Put up an alarm, whatever you want to do, you can do that. Okay, we'll be meeting tomorrow again at the same time. Okay, and yeah, we'll start with that itself. There will be a question as well. If you're not writing the exact answer for that, we'll understand that you were not there in the class itself. You were not focusing upon the class, and we don't want to provide you guys with certificates if you are doing that. Okay, so thank you so much guys, and bye guys, bye.